This is the Scotch-Brite. Oh God, what's on it? So that's this half of the handle done. I still got to do this half, and then bring the grind that I did up here into the grind I did down here. Match it all into the same radius. So that's looking pretty damn good. Okay, so I finished the rough polish. Feels good in the hand, you know, and you can, you know. Pretty cool looking. So now I gotta do either the etching on here or the blade. I haven't decided which one I feel like doing, but yeah. So it occurred to me that throughout the entire video so far I have not shown how this mechanism works. So first thing is you take this screw off here on the pin. It's got this little washer just to, you know, hold it there. And then the pin comes out. I drilled and threaded a hole so the screw can go in. That's my attempt at brazing, which didn't go very well. And these screws. And then I'll take you guys in. So this is a clamshell, so this comes off, and I ground a little piece in here for that spring, and it's been stretched and shrunk so many times, but it's still springy. And then this ugly looking piece is I'm gonna pretty it up, but that fits in here and slides up and down to engage on the notches there and there. So basically when it opens, this bridge right here catches on the back side of this, and then that pops into the slot. And the same thing for this edge right here. It doesn't have enough clearance to pass over it, but just enough to catch this, and then for this to pop into that slot. So then we, you know, take that out, and the inside's really ugly right now, but that's basically what it looks like. The second one will probably look a lot nicer since I've done this before. You can see how dangerously close this wall got. I got to thicken that up with some weld in there once I get more MIG wire. But yeah, that's the inside. So now it's time to grind and shape the blade, make it look all pretty. Sounds like fun. Okay, so before we start grinding, I gotta know where to stop on the edge. So half of 5/8, 5/16. So we take that, we go down. And we do that all the way around. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's the first grind on this side. I still have to do this side, but check out this like squiggly line where the two edges meet. And then this one's more rounded over, but I really like that. I'm going to try to keep that. And then, yeah, the rest. So, yeah, time to do this side. And then start polishing. Yeah, I could really use one of those Rex Cut Scotch-Brite interleaf flap discs that Michael always gets. Because this is This is tiring, and it's getting old really quickly. Alright, so I got the rough polish done, and it's sharp. I really like that line right there. That is freaking gorgeous. And I was able to duplicate it on the opposite side. I think that is so beautiful looking. So time to put it in the handle again and see if she still functions. Hopefully she does. Alright. I think that is absolutely beautiful. You know, a lot of people tell me, wow, man, you're an artist. And I'm like, I don't really feel like it. You know, by day I'm an electronics technician, and by night I'm an amateur metalworker. But this blade really makes me feel like one. Like that is a piece of art. So, the question was, does it still operate? Still got that rattle, but I'll fix that once I get more MIG wire. Yeah. So I tried using the die grinder to die grind this pattern. You can see where I welded it back in. It just turned out really ugly. So I marked it back with Sharpie after I welded and then re-grinded it. There's a hair stuck in there. And then I taped all around it on both sides, and I'm going to do my electrical etching. So we got the negative of the power supply attached to a sacrificial piece of steel. And we throw that in there. And then just salt water. Just salt and water, nothing super complicated. I usually try to scoop all the salt out that I can. I don't care if it spills over. And then, here, hang on. If I do this. There we go. So I'm gonna do this. Let's put it in there like that. And then the sacrificial piece of steel closer, but not touching. And then the positive on the workpiece. And I'm doing 12 volts at 5 amps. So yeah, I'm going to leave it in there for an hour and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I ended up leaving it in there for 2 hours. Because the first hour didn't seem like it was that deep, but that's pretty freaking deep right there. So, wow, it's really hot. Can you even see that? It's really deep. So I'm going to clean it off and wire wheel it, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so this is after 2 hours of etching. Pretty freaking deep. This is what the side that I welded, I think. Yeah. And there's like little rises in it and stuff, so it's a little uneven. I'll clean it up with the die grinder, and this right here, this part right here is a little shallow because this whole thing gets filled with that silicon bronze. Time to start filling the etch with the bronze brazing rod. I did the other one. I'm not going to show you because you're going to see it when it's finally done, but
I talked to the customer because I could not get that copper to show on this, and after going back and forth with Michael Cthulhu and him giving me pointers and stuff, it just wouldn't show up. So yeah, so the customer's okay with the bronze because I did half of the blade and I sent her a picture and it looks pretty freaking sweet. So yeah, that's what we're doing now. Okay, so now all I have to do is clean that up with the wire wheel and sand off that little bit that came up over the edge right there. Wow, it's really hot. And then I'm going to brass the little mechanism piece, and then we can gun glue it. Acetone the piece. To protect the brass from the gun glue, I use Sharpie just like Michael. Alright, so we're all Sharpied up, gun glue. Champ, get out of here. And then wait 60 seconds. Alright, one of the last steps before this puppy is done, we can put it all together and call it finished, is we got to brass the blade. So that's what we're doing now. Alright, that's her done.